Good morning, everyone. Today, we are going to talk about success and how to maximize our chances of success. All of us want to win, all of us want to succeed, but very few actually indeed succeed. Very few of us indeed win. That's because in the path to success, we often have these bad habits or end up in these traps where we never come out of it, which causes us to not reach the goal in the way you want it or within the timeline you wanted, or not even reach the goal. So I'm going to talk about a few of the traps that we face when we are trying to succeed and share some of my thoughts on it. So first, let's understand what are the stages of success. And I call it as a loop because often when you succeed at something, you end up looking for the next thing to succeed. So it's actually a loop that we are in. The first stage of success is to first define what my goal is. Can I envision what the success looks like? And then the next stage is figure out where am I right now and see what is the gap between the reality and the goal. The next stage, which I think most people fail at that stage, is make time for it. And the biggest trap there is distractions or not knowing what is important, prioritization, too many things, trying to do too many things, because of which we end up not making time for it. The next stage in success is finding the right way to do it. It's not enough if you just make time and just blindly do it. You need to figure out what is the right path, what is the right process to do it. And if you are someone who is impatient, and this is the area where you often go wrong at. For the goal clarity, first of all, most people don't even have a goal. And if they have a goal, it doesn't have a time bound. I'll talk about each of them. So once you set the goal, then you need to figure out what are the things you need to do, find the gap, then figure out, make time for it. It's important to give a time that is a recurring time. And then find out the right way to do it. Don't just jump onto it. And then this time is for execution. Just do it. And even there, a lot of people postpone it, procrastination. And the last thing also some of us forget about it is celebrate if you succeed. If you're not reaching your goal, you need to do some kind of, I suggest a soft punish is what I call it. A way to take small comforts that you're having away from yourself, so that it's a small punishment you give to yourself because you're not able to reach your goal. I think these are the stages of success, and each stage we usually find blockers. We usually find issues because of which we are not able to go to the next stage. I'll quickly talk about them. So in the goal clarity, the common traps or not even having a goal could happen because of that's the kind of environment you are grown up with. You have no one around to probably get inspired from, or you're just lazy, which most people fall into. Or you have a fear of failure. You tried it in the past and it falls flat on your face, and now you're afraid to try it again. And if you have any of these, start with the simple, smaller goals. It could be as simple as I want to reduce, say, 2 pounds or 1 pound within 3 months. Or it could be as simple as a goal that tomorrow I want to wake up half an hour earlier. Start with small goals. It would help us not feel overwhelmed. So another mistake we do is we have a goal, but we never write it down. So we don't have enough clarity on exactly what the goal is. So writing it down really helps us question, clarify, refine, and have the right goal. And a good goal should have 3 elements: X, Y, and Z. So the goal should be a simple statement. I want X to fulfill my need Y by Z time. So X represents what do you want. Y represents why do you want it. That's equally important and even more important to know. If not, figure it out. And then Z is a time limit you put for yourself. And once you write it down, sometimes you end up questioning certain things. Is that the real intent why I need X? Probably I do have the need Y, that's my intent. But probably I don't need X to do it. I can do it in another manner. So this helps us bring that formalism and clarity on your goal. And keep the goal that is neither too easy nor too hard. If it feels too hard, cut it into a smaller goal with a smaller timeline of Z. Another trap we have is we have too many goals. This is those people who are very aggressive and they want too many things too quick. I suggest no, keep it simple. Have one goal to begin with. In the second stage of where you're trying to figure out what exactly to do for this goal, the common trap is sometimes you are afraid of you are overwhelmed because there's so much to do from where you are to where you need to reach. And there, I think you just need guts to accept that, yep, this is not an easy job. Some of these are easy to say. I don't know. I don't have good solutions for all the traps, but at least I want you to be aware which trap you are falling into. Just being self-aware is half battle won. Second problem is people don't have a discipline and the structure to even figure out what is the gap. They think they know what is the gap, what needs to be done, but they never write it down. They never discuss with people. They never get any review. They'll just think that they know it. They're kind of overconfident at times, or too lazy to try out being formal. The third trap is we are not being honest about the reality where we are in right now. You think you're a lot better than you are, or you're a lot worse than you are, which helps you, the gaps seems too small or too large. So the way to overcome this is to get a feedback of someone who also knows about where you are and see if you both are aligned. Yeah, I think that's it mainly for the second stage of success where we end up being trapped. And this is the biggest trap. People do not make time. If there's one thing I tell people, what differs of someone who's successful and who is not, is someone who's successful gives time. He gives time every day, even if it is 10 minutes for the thing he or she is trying to do. Those who do not give time fail. Those who give time succeed. And this is where the discipline and time comes in. And often we don't give time because there is too many distractions in our life. We try to do too many things or try to accommodate too many people and have too many. We don't know which one is more important. We struggle to say no or cut things out of our life, which gives us smaller and smaller and almost no time to do what you want. So making time is the biggest, most important thing that we need to have. And I think I quickly summarize what I've written here, the distractions. And it's always try to do the same thing the same day. Please give the same time every day. That gives us the discipline and your mind gets tuned to be ready for it. And you don't need to push yourself every day. Things will naturally fall in place as long as you're giving the same time, the same every day. And as I said, you need to learn to say no to yourself or others, to other priorities in order to achieve things or make time for what you want to do. Common traps that we see here is people sleep a lot, or they are too much addicted to their phone or movies. And movies means like say Netflix and stuff, binge watching, or they do no exercise, which gives us no motivation to handle the stress that comes out of trying to achieve a goal. Or they're too much thinking, less doing and too much thinking, too much planning. Or they eat too much. I think the last thing is so common. I think the biggest disease the world has is we eat more than we need. And that causes not just obesity, but also lesser motivation to do things. You overall feel lazy, you overall feel less energy, you overall just wants to sleep or do nothing. So eating the right portions at the right time and not eating too many times is equally important. Regarding the time, this is my suggestion. Don't sleep more than 8 hours the whole day combined if you're taking a naps, and try to sleep before 11 p.m. max, because after that your body gets ready for a fight or a flight mode. It's very hard to sleep, and that will screw up your rest of your whole day. this is the overall split. I think you can read it through. I would suggest on the number of hours you need to do for it. And if you don't have any of these in your life, spending time for health, spending time to bond, external bonding with people around you, or at least yourself. And if you're giving less, so this is the right recommended timeline split. You split your 24 hours. So 7 hours you need to give to do work or chores or the goal that you're trying to get to. And 3 hours is where you need to also have fun. You need to wind down. You need to have those times where you're relaxing. If any of these is off, you can't achieve goals. You can't be successful. So that's where time and discipline is extremely important to go anywhere useful in life. This is for those people who rush for everything, who do not have patience, which most of us don't. Which is, don't rush into anything, especially the steps. Find out, is this the right approach I'm taking? And the only way to figure out is to talk to people who are experts in that field. Surround yourself with someone who can advise if you're following the right model, and then always take time to verify. So patience is never a bad thing. It's always a good thing. It's okay to slow down. It's okay to be the hare and tortoise story. The reason tortoise won is it knows that the right way to do it is to do it slow, one step at a time, and take your time. Don't be a hare where you run, get tired, and get all kinds of issues you cannot foresee and then fail. And the last but one step is to, now that you know how to do it, you figured out all the stuff to do, you know how to do, just do it now. And the common traps is where you procrastinate. And this happens if you're not giving time. If you give time, this will naturally happen. And another reason why people don't do it is they're scared of failure. Guys, trust me, if you do not have discomfort in your life every day, at least a little bit about something, then you will slowly die. You are meant for failure. So embrace failure. I know it's very easy to say it, but take a little bit of it every day. Discomfort and failure. Over time, you get so used to it, it doesn't bother you at all. Whatever you think, it will happen. And sometimes we run too fast. We achieve a goal, we don't celebrate it enough, and then we move on to the next one. This is for those people who are over ambitious. I suggest take a break. Even every day, if you achieved something, gift yourself something. Maybe you play a song so that you can listen to it, or you try to eat your favorite food. And if you celebrate, and if the whole goal is achieved, celebrate big. Give it a few days time. Go slow. At least a day you need to celebrate. And soft punish is where if any of the previous blockers, traps you are falling into, you're not making progress. A soft punish is where, let's say daily you're used to having a dessert at the end of your lunch or dinner. Don't eat dessert that day. Say that you don't deserve this because you're not doing this. Or you are used to watching a movie before you sleep. This time do not watch a movie, just sleep. Force yourself to sleep. This way, deny some of the benefits and comforts and lifestyle habits that you really like as a way to punish yourself that it's not progressing. Another interesting way is send $10 or 100 rupees to a friend, a very close friend, or a non-profit, whenever you feel that you are doing a bad job. Whenever you haven't met whatever you wanted to do that day, send money out to a friend who can later all give it back if you succeed. Probably he can keep 20%, but he'll send you 80%, or give it to a non-profit. So this way, there is a small guilt that comes out of it, and also small happiness. Okay, I'm actually contributing. Or it depends on whom you're sending it to. It's another way to motivate yourself to get to where you want. I think that's it, guys. Best of luck. If you have any questions or would want to talk to someone about this topic, feel free to email or call me. My number is 990856-3050. And I'm in India, so it's +91 or you can email it to my email address, vamsee@happilyever.co, VAMSEE @happilyever.co.